Good afternoon all, and welcome to today's Beast class, strength and conditioning, where the focus is on power. Okay, an overview of the week's training, guys. Monday, Wednesday, conventional strength and stability work. Tuesday, speed and agility. Thursday's power. Friday's unconventional strength. All right, put your hand up high if you've never done any power-based work before. All right, so we're going to go through a little bit of education at the start of today's session, guys, just so you have an understanding of what we're trying to achieve. Okay, because a lot of people turn power-based work into endurance-based work. Okay, now it's important to understand what we're trying to achieve so that you can actually perform the exercises correctly with the right intensity, the right rest periods, duration, etc., etc. All right, so power. What is power? Does anyone have a definition for me? Yes, all right, if we have a look at the strength velocity curve, guys, strength is my ability to produce high amounts of force. Think of 1 rep max deadlift, okay? Then on the other end of the force velocity curve is speed. That's my ability to produce force rapidly, okay? Power or maximum power is a good combination between strength and speed. It's my ability to produce high amounts of force very rapidly, okay? So any athlete, that is the end goal. If I can make someone stronger and faster, they're now more explosive, more powerful, then they're going to be in a much better position to be able to utilize their skills and beat their opponent. All right, so with this work, guys, there's an inverse relationship between the intensity of work that we're doing, the duration of work that we're doing, the amount of work or volume of work that we're doing, okay, and our required recovery periods to ensure that we can maintain the correct intensity. Okay, let me give you an example of this. If I was to take you guys out the back and do 10 50-meter sprints, all out sprints, 100% effort, 100% intensity, how long do you think you'd need to rest before you could repeat that effort again? Throw a number out there. How long? All right, what do you think is going to happen if I only give you 1 minute break? What do you think is going to happen by the time you get to the 4th, 5th, 6th rep? Are you going to be able to maintain that same pace, or is it going to start deteriorating? Yeah, that's right. All right, so we need to ensure when we're working really fucking hard, point to note, guys, today we're going to be working at 100%. All right, intensity is super high. The goal is to produce as much force as fast as possible. Okay, short duration of work should only take us about 8 to 15 seconds, somewhere in that range. Okay, then we rest probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8 times that amount. We're not going to do that in today's session because I want to get you guys actually working. Okay, but then we repeat that effort, and the goal is to try and maintain that intensity throughout the entire session. All right, so we're going to start the session with a warm-up. I'm going to get you guys fired up. I'm going to mobilize, activate, get everything working correctly. Then we're going to go through some power development work. We'll dive into the details of this once we get through the warm-up. Then we're going to finish with some power endurance. Okay, so I'm going to plan it like this so that I can show you guys the difference between power development and power endurance. All right, any questions on that so far? All right, prior to getting started, guys, anyone have any injuries, any restrictions, anything else that may come up during today's session? Shoulder? Yeah, let's manage that. Knee, we've got a couple of jumps today, mate, so instead of going for distance on the broad jumps and the lateral jumps, then we're just going to look at going for a little bit more height, focus on landing mechanics. All right, anyone else? If something comes up during the session, doesn't feel right, guys, please make sure you let me know so I can have a closer look at technique and make adjustments as necessary. I forgot to mention, my name is Cogs. All right, so if you have any questions throughout the session, put your hand up, give me a shout. It's a pretty small group, so I'll be able to give you guys a fair bit of coaching during today's session. Questions so far? All right, from here, guys, move on out, find some space on the ground. We're going to go through today's warm-up. So first exercise, all I'm going to do is walk my hands down to my feet, keep my hips high, work through the hamstrings, nice and slow. I'm walking out into this push-up position. Okay, now what I'm going to do is drive my right foot outside my right wrist. Get a little bit of movement through the hip, drive the knee out. 1, 2, we're going for 5 reps here. You can use a hand or the elbow. 3, 4, 5. All right, from here you can drop the back knee if you want. Now we're going to go through some rotation of the spine. Okay, I'm going to reach across and then I'm going to open up. Nice and slow. Own that movement, own that control. Give me 5 reps there. Every rep, try and reach a little bit further, get a little bit deeper. from here, guys, let's go back to that push-up position, switch sides. From here, guys, back to that push-up position. Okay, what I'm going to do is drive my hips high, press my heels down towards the ground. I'm trying to make an inverted V. I'm going to walk my feet out here. Drive one heel into the ground at a time. Give me 5 reps each side. And mobilizing through the hips, the ankles, the shoulders, activating through the core and shoulder stabilize. All right, from here, inverted V, I'm going to drive my chest towards my toes. Pulse in, pulse out. That's 1. Give me 5. From here, let's drop the knees. Hips go down, untuck the toes. Chest through, shoulders back. Little bit of rotation side to side. Over to the other side. There's 1. Give me 5 on each side. From here, guys, let's drop those, take those knees nice and wide, drop those hips back. Feet behind the knees, toes point out. Same thing, I'm going to drive here, drive my hips back, pulse in, pulse out. Next exercise, let's come down into this position here. I'm going to pop my right arm out to the side. Okay, from here, I'm going to drive up through my left hand, kick my left hip across. I'm going to hold there. 1, 2, 3. Working through the front of the right shoulder. Let's come back to center. Switch sides. Extend that left arm. Press up through the right hand. Kick that leg across. Hold. 2, 3. Give me another 4 on each side. Work with your breath. Adjust your hand as well, guys. If it hurts your shoulder or your elbow, take your hand higher. Take it lower. Play around with your position. Each time you do it, adjust your position. Work at your own pace. 5 reps there. On each side. Come back into quadruped position, hands and knees. Now we're going to start linking upper body and lower body via the midsection. Alright, so what I'm going to do is extend my right arm and my left leg, like so. Thumb is going to come up here. I'm going to hold here. 1, 2, 3. Straight line from right wrist through the left ankle. From here, tuck it under. Flex out through the spine, the shoulders, the hips, and extend again. There's 1. Give me 4 more reps on that side. Nice and slow. Once you've done 5 there, switch sides. Again, try and stabilize through the spine. We don't want to pick that hip up and stack the hips on top of each other. We want to keep the spine nice and tight. Strong through the midsection. Alright, once we've done that, guys, we're going to go into some outside mountain climbers. Okay, we're going to start picking the intensity up, start picking the pace up, okay? From the push-up position, we drive my right foot outside my right wrist. Then, without shifting my hips too much, I want to change positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 20 reps there. What we're going to do now, guys, is go into or start firing up our central nervous system. Work on our balance, our coordination, our timing, which is critical for athletic development. Okay, in particular, our ability to utilize stored energy. So what I'm going to do is get into this position, feet hip width. Okay, I'm going to go through some jumps here. Feet hip width, everything's stacked, everything's aligned. When I clap, I'll say ready, get yourself ready. When I clap, what I want to do, drive the hips back, drive the hands back. Okay, load up through the connective tissue and through the muscles, and then boom, jump as high as you can, land soft. Okay, I'll go ready, prepare yourself. Once I clap, land soft. We're going to do about 6 jumps here. Any questions on that? Ready? Good. The goal is to try and get as high as we can. Ready? Good. Focus on landing mechanics. Slow down, slow down, slow down. What we're going to do now, guys, is start linking 2 of these jumps together. This is what we call plyometrics. This is our ability to first absorb force or decelerate, and then redirect that force into accelerate. All right, this is what it's going to look like. Ready? Once I clap, sorry, ready? Clap, down, up. Okay, you're seeing here, when I land, I want to minimize my ground contact time. Okay, my connective tissue is going to be like a spring. It's going to store this energy. I want to then release that energy straight into my next jump. And then again, focus on landing mechanics. We'll have about 10-15 seconds. We'll go again. Questions on that? Ready? 2 jumps in a row. Nice, good. Now we're going to have a break. So we should be able to get a little bit higher on the second jump. Ready? Good. Equal coordination and timing is correct. Again, it's important that we don't get our feet too wide here. Okay, otherwise I'm leaking energy, the hips. I'm looking at the angle of my hips. If I'm here, now everything's moving in one direction. Ready? Good. From here, find yourself a partner. We're going to go into some broad jumps, jumping forward, and we're going to go into some lateral jumps, jumping sideways. Christine's going to be my partner. Christine's going to be my partner, guys. What I'm going to do is that exact same process. Lead hip width. I'm going to do 4 reps, and Christine's going to do 4 reps. We're going to go through that twice. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, I'm going to drive my hips back, throw my arms back, and my entire body working together. And then I'm jumping as far as I can forward. Again, focusing on generating maximal power. I want to get into triple extension. Okay, it's difficult to generate force if I'm jumping like that. I'm going to get into triple extension. Hips, knees, ankles, all extend rapidly at the same time. Okay. Again, focus on landing today. This is what it's going to look like. Next set. Go again. There's 2. I'm going to do that 4 times. Then Christine's going to do that 4 times. Twice through there. Any questions on that? Alright guys, find some space. Use these mats as a guide. You see I'm jumping across 2 mats here. If that's too difficult, you can jump the length of the mat as well. Make sure you've got some space. You don't run into anyone. One person works, one person rests. Ready when you are. If you haven't finished, finish your sets. Okay. From here, what we're going to do, Christine again is my partner. Now we're going to go through some lateral jumps. Okay, we have 3 planes of movement. 3 planes of human movement. Everyone is very good at front to back. Okay, this is the sagittal plane. Frontal plane is side to side. It's not very often that we train laterally these days. So, important to be able to maintain those skills and be able to create stability, strength and movement. Okay, so then we've got our frontal plane, side to side. We also have transverse plane, which is rotating. We're going through all of these movements in today's session. Next exercise though is going to be my lateral jumps. Again, I'm going to use these mats as a guide. Feet hip width, exactly the same principles apply. Now, instead of moving forward, I'm moving sideways. So I need to dip, shift my hips, my belly button in the direction that I want to move. Again, 4 reps, each person, twice through. This is what it'll look like. Hips go back, hands go back. Land soft. One side finished, my partner goes. 4 reps there. Twice through. Any questions on lateral jumps? Actually, stay in your groups of 2. That's fine, guys. Stay in your groups of 2. But what this is going to mean is you'll need to take a little bit longer rest. Okay. Ideally, I work in 3s. Okay. 1 person would work, 2 people rest. But stay in your pairs. It's a small group today, so I'm happy with that. All right. Just make sure that your rest period is sufficient enough to keep your quality high. All right. So in your groups of 2. You're going to hit these 4 exercises. Okay, 4 to 6 sets of 6 to 8 reps each exercise. Rest as needed to maintain the quality. It is power focused individual reps. So if I look at those jumps, let's say I'm going for 8 reps. If I do 5 really good explosive reps and on my 6th rep it's shit, I don't get that same power, I don't get the same distance, then my energy system is depleted. There's no point doing 2 shit reps in a row. All right, I want to think about my percentages. All right, I want to be working at 90 to 100% of good quality. Okay, so if I hit 5 reps, 6th rep is shit, that's fine, I call it there. Then my partner will go. Okay, I'm going to try and maintain that 5 reps. If I'm feeling good on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th set, what should happen is the brain should start firing up and you should actually start getting better as the session increases rather than getting worse. All right, if you start getting worse, that is a sign that you're doing too much, your rest periods aren't long enough, your quality is deteriorating. Okay, so either have a longer rest period or adjust your reps as needed. That's going to be the same thing for the sets. Okay, if you hit the 4th set, or the 5th set, sorry, and it's not as good as the 4th set, done. All right, move on to the next station. Have a couple of minutes rest, get started on the next station. So, what we have here is a throw movement, a jump movement, a throw movement, a jump movement. Okay, excellent for athletic development. Throw, jump, sprint, etc. All right, so station 1 is going to be down the end there on the wall. Station 2 is on the bands, throw, jump. Station 3, throw. Station 4, jump. Very simple. Okay, any questions on that so far? All right, let's head on down, guys. Have a look at these exercises. First exercise is my hip toss. Just like we did in the jumps there, I want to use my plyometrics, okay, which is my stretch shortening cycle. Okay, check this out. If I throw from here, okay, let's talk about the hip toss first. I want to stand square to the wall, okay. We're going from the hip, not from the chest. We're going from the chest down there. Okay, so from the hip, I'm going to shift that weight across. I'm not turning here. There's going to be a little bit of turn, but all I'm doing is shifting my weight to my left side. Now my left side is loaded up. Then I want to use the entire body to throw that ball as hard as I can. Notice the coordination, the balance, the timing there. Okay, this is not plyometric. Think about any athletic development, guys. You need to change direction, you need to throw a punch, etc., etc. You don't set yourself up and then throw, okay? You're constantly moving. You need to be able to use that force to your advantage. Again, I'll do, was it 6 to 8? I'll do 3 to 4 reps on each side. Then, all right, again, power focus each individual rep, not trying to get through it as fast as possible. Questions on that? All right, sweet. Over here we have the floor jumps. I'm going to add some bands here for a little bit of accommodating resistance. Let's clear this way here, guys. Christine, coming over. I'm going to do 6 to 8 reps here, guys. My partner's just going to stay in that position. I'm going to jump out, then walk back, reset, go again. All right, let's say I get 5 reps there, 6 reps here. Now my energy system's depleted, I'm no longer producing that high amount of power. All right, cool, questions on that? All right, sweet guys, let's roll down there. All right, Christine. This is my chest pass, guys. I want to go from this position, same thing, I want to stay square, drop, boom, now drop on the hip, go forward. All right, so what I'm going to do, Christine, I'm going to give you guys a couple of options here. All right, so she's going to set up. She's going to try and throw that ball as hard as she can, try and knock me over. Yeah. All right, you do 3 to 4 on each side. So now, that's power.
That's power.
Yes. As hard as you can. That's why your partner's got to be on point, okay? Me, I'm now teaching myself how to absorb force. If I play a contact sport, I need to be able to not only produce force, but also absorb it. Alright? So that's the beginner to intermediate version. Now what I'm going to do is now we're going to go intermediate to advanced. So I'm going to lob the ball to her. It's going to be like a nice little lob in the breadbasket. What she's going to do is she's going to catch it here, step back, boom, use that plyometric power, drive that ball into me, try and knock me over. Closer. Alright, ready? Alright, there's our throws. Again, 3 to 4 reps on each side, 6 to 8 reps total. Any questions on that? Alright, sweet. Choose your option, guys. Next exercise is going to be my lateral jump. Christine, come on over. Same thing, guys. Now we're using the bands. This uses accommodating resistance. This forces me to generate a lot more force to continue accelerating. Okay, same as what we did in the warm-up, similar to what we did with the floor jumps. Now we're moving laterally. Okay, I'm going to set myself up. Hips go back, hands go back, boom. Jump on out, same thing. 3 to 4 reps on each side, 6 to 8 total. Any questions on any of that? All right, guys. It's going to be a rolling session. Okay, grab your partner, go and cover off on the station. Let's get you guys started. Again, don't try and race through everything. Focus on quality work.